Now the train goes by. Monday, October 7th, 2024. Kloeckner Metals in Tampa, Florida, assessing water damage, flood damage. They had about 3 foot of water flooded the shop and facility. All of their material was a total loss. And we're doing assessments on a v140 and an H3236. This is the v140 HA60. Okay, that's in-feed table, powered in-feed roller table. The saw table itself, the feed table, everything above here is okay. There's rust because there's been moisture in the building, but none of this was soaked or drowned. Some ways you can see the water level, where the water level was there. But I've gone through on this as well. Anywhere I could see it, I marked it with a white line. So from that line below was in water. Everything here, we've got hydraulic cylinders under the table. The lift cylinders, they may be damaged. This is all, you can see all the rusty, nasty water that's still in that. And in the pan, I will go around and open up that, and you can almost see the water line right there on that panel. So that's where it was. You can see the rust below and the good paint above that. So the salt water is really doing its work, corroding through this saw. The top was not touched or damaged or underwater. The control panel so far is not in water. It was not submerged. We do have corrosion, considerable corrosion here and then here. So there was some water penetration from drips or leaks or something that did get into this cabinet. So this PLC could be potentially damaged. If I look under here, yeah, there's just no proof that it was underwater, but it may have gotten wet. The touchscreen seems to be in okay condition, and none of this is corroding out. So, and none of these on the other side. So there might have just been some water penetration from rain or something on this cabinet. There is powered in-feed tables going into the saw and out of the saw. Of course, the motor and gearbox were all above the water line. This side also, there's still water in there. You can see all the rust and crud happening inside that cable. So we've got an umbilical cable. That's all the wires coming from the control panel all down. So that's most likely been penetrated with water. And then they've got in-feed table full length of the building, and I'll get a measurement on how long that actually is. Again, the feed table, everything on top looks okay. Then this feed table, powered table, has motor drive, electric motor drive controller in the chain, and that was all, looks like maybe just, nope, you can see the water line on the motor itself and on the legs. So the motor and gearbox were at least in the water. None of the chains, none of the drive is or was. And then on this side we have everything here. The water line's actually right there, going across. So the control box here all the hydraulics, and you can see the damage here. That Phoenix connector and umbilical going over here was all underwater. Another view of where the water line was on the saw and the band wheel. Nothing up above, so the table itself might be salvageable. This is a control box for the power controller, or in-feed rollers. The cabinet itself, and you can see the white line here, that's the level of water penetration or water depth. And there it is on this. So nothing up above looks like it had water damage. I would just be concerned about the moisture that's in the system or in the air right now. And just keeping all of this dry for the time being. All of these connectors, so there's a motor controller. This is what, a band motor. And then, oh, this is a relay. That's a hydraulic pump. Contactor, overload. There's a 7.5 400 volt 3-phase frequency drive, 120 volt transformer, disconnect, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fuse holders. Then there's this control with the relays, the white relays, a white out controller, and two power transformers with white relays, ice cube relays up here, fuses and fuse. Those should probably get replaced. And then all of the hydraulics in the cabinet. So the motor doesn't look like it was in the water, but most of the tank was. So the motor might be okay. All of this hydraulics here, controls is bad. All of the hydraulics on this side is bad. Those up there did not get in the water, but they might be worth replacing. The tank can be flushed out. This motor and pump can be replaced. Filters can be replaced. And this is clamping pressure and everything that goes with it. And then I'm assuming these are vices over here. This is other stuff. One of these is the arm control. And let's see here. This side here. Here's the tag, ID tag. Again, the water level on the back side. So all the wires and cables here were in the water, at least it ends this loop, and this lower part of the saw was. So you got a band wheel and bearings at least. The upper part where all this hydraulics and controls is probably still okay. So this saw is definitely salvageable, with a bunch of things being replaced, and I would be cautious about all of this, replacing this for the sake of the exposure to the moisture and humidity here in the shop right now, and it was 1,000% with that water level in here. So let's look at the control panel again, because there's also a control for the in-feed rollers. Now these are just powered in-feed tables. They're probably okay. This is the pedestal for the infeed here. I got it all wrapped up, so I might have to take it. And then so that's that. Water damage. I'll get some roller table lengths, in feed and out feed, and we'll go from there. Thank you.